Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's October here, so happy Halloween. Today I decided to do this melting ice cream face and incorporate a skull, so you got your glamorous ice cream side, melting skin, skull side. Let's go ahead and get started. So I think that as the start, I'm going to start off with my base, and for my face primer I'm going to use Milk Hydra Grey Primer. I'm not quite sure how it will help this Halloween look, but I'm still going to use primer. So now I have my very nice and sticky base. Thank you, Milk. I think that I will start with concealing my brow. I'm going to use Jouer concealer in the shade Snow, and I want also to put on eye primer, which is Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer. And I will be taking my blending brush for primer. So I need to set my brows, and I'm going to do that with Benefit 24-hour brow setter. So for my face paint I'm going to use NYX SFX cream color face and body paint. So I have applied my foundation. I've used NARS Longwear foundation in the shade Mont Blanc, and now I'm taking my beauty blender and I'm going over the foundation with the white face paint. Now I want to map out my skull part with white pencil, and for that I'm going to use Tom Ford eye pencil. And now I'm filling with white paint my ice cream side of the face. For liquid liner I'm using NYX white liquid liner, and with that liner I'm going over the edges of the melting skin. And now with a small concealer brush I'm going over the edges with white paint. Now I'm going to take white eyeshadow and put it all over my eyelid. For my eyelid I'm going to use brown eyeshadow, and with this color I'm trying to create an eyeshadow in my crease. For gray eyeshadow I'm using right now this one, and with this color I'm trying to deepen the crease. Also I'm going over my nose and make a shadow effect, and now I'm taking black color and deepen the outer V area. Again going over with this shade and shading my nose, creating contour. Now I'm smudging under my eye. Now I will be taking NYX glitter eyeliner in the shade Silver, and I'm painting it over my eyebrow. Now I'm taking my Shiseido lash curler, curl my eyelashes, and before I put my mascara I'm taking my Tom Ford white liner and putting it into my waterline, upper lash line. And now I'm taking two mascaras. This one is MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash and Dior Show Waterproof Mascara. Dior I'm putting on my upper lashes, and MAC one I'm putting on my lower lashes. Next I will be taking my Kiss Jubilee lashes and placing it as gently as I can. Next I will be taking my NYX glitter eyeliner and put it on my lashes so that I will achieve frozen eyelashes effect. I'm going to take the same gray eyeshadow and I will try to contour with it. So it's pretty hard to contour on this white paint because the paint is quite oily, but I'm trying to make a shadow there. Next I will be taking Real Techniques buffer brush, and I'm trying to make shadows even deeper and more intense. Also nose contour, And then I'm going over my left brow with Jouer concealer, buffing it in with Beauty Blender. And then I'm taking my Sigma black eyeliner and I'm putting it onto my waterline and all over my eyes so that my eyes will be all black. And now I'm putting black paint. Here I made a mistake, so I am correcting it because I want to make a shadow there. So I'm smudging the edges, and now I'm taking my small brush from Michaels and I'm taking my black paint. Then I'm taking white paint and with a small brush I'm creating the shadow. And this is the part where I have made a mistake and I haven't realized it yet, but I will be correcting it later. Here I am putting white paint on the skull and filling the skull side of the face. So for details I'm taking a small brush and do the detail work. Now I'm taking my white eyeliner and drawing the edges of the skull and eye squint side of the face, and I am also taking small brushes for detailing. And with this one I'm putting the white paint on small areas, filling any gaps with this one. And here I'm drawing the border between eye squint side and skull side. So this is where I'm trying to copy the left side because it should be on the right side, as I'm showing you now. So I'm making little details, hollows, where the skull shows through. And here I'm erasing my mistake with the wet wipe. Since this is my first time, I got confused with sides of my face. And here I have also realized that I need a different shape, so I'm erasing a wrong part with the same wet wipe. And I'm going over with a small brush and white paint. And now I'm creating the right shapes, filling in with white paint. So I'm checking if everything is correct this time. Again, I'm going over with white paint to make borders more prominent. And with a small brush I'm going into the small areas of my face. Then I'm taking my black paint and I'm creating shadows on the eye squint side of the face. I'm filling in all the areas needed, and after that I'm taking a small brush and dip it into the white paint and I'm trying to create shadows and hollows in some areas. And here I'm taking the black paint and filling the skull part. And I'm also looking into the pictures for the reference. So I'm always switching my brushes and dipping into white paint, black paint, so that I can make shadow effects. Here I am trying to make a black shadow which is slightly going into the white. So I'm filling any parts with white as I go. And now this is the difficult part where I'm drawing the teeth. And this was quite a challenge for me. So I'm drawing the teeth with a small brush and black paint, and first I'm mapping where my teeth should be, and I'm suggesting you to map the teeth with different color, which will be much more easier to cover them with other paints, because now that I have painted with black, it will make my life much more harder, because later you will see that I will try to cover them with white paint, but it creates a mess. So I'm suggesting you to map the teeth with light gray paint. So here I'm trying to carefully draw all the shadows between the teeth and cover any mistakes with white color, but this is quite hard. And after that I'm going back to the eye squint side and lining my lip, half of the lips, with white paint. And then I'm going over with NYX silver glitter so that my lips will be shining and sparkling. And I'm pretty much covering all lips, and I'm trying to paint as carefully as I can. So now that I thought that the paint would dry a little bit, I'm going again with white paint over my teeth, because I want to achieve this clear, crisp edges of the face features. And then I'm going over with white paint and with black so that the edges will be clear and crisp. Then I'm drawing my teeth roots, and after that I'm creating a shadow in the skull, and I'm doing that with gray eyeshadow which I've used in my eyes. And here I'm drawing also the shadow near my eye, so the skull will not look flat but rather realistic looking. And then I'm creating hollow on the skull eye with white paint and with the blending brush. And I'm also trying to go in with light hand. And after that I'm taking my black pencil and going over the edges, because they have smudged a little bit in the process, but I want to have clear lines. After that I'm going back to the eye squint side and creating the right shadows in the part where her skin melts. So I'm going back and forth from right side to left side, because I wanted the paint to dry a little bit so that it's not as oily. That's why I'm painting my right side, then my left side. And here I'm perfecting the shadows a little bit. And then I'm going with gray and brown shadow I've used on my eyes. And to the fun part, I'm taking Maron 3D gel. This is gelatin, so you have to warm it up before. And I'm just pouring it on my face. So this is really runny product, so you have to work carefully. Anyway, this is a very messy process, so you can see how it's dripping. And after that I'm going over the melting parts with white face paint, and I am putting the face paint all over the melting areas so that these melting parts will be the same color as eye squint skin. And then I'm taking my buffing brush and going over the melting parts and creating the shadows. And then I decided to go over with NYX silver glitter over the melting skin, so these parts would look a little bit frozen like lashes. And I'm going with this liner all over the melting parts. And as a last step I'm taking my crystals and I'm using my eyelash glue to stick it onto the face, and I've used quite a bit of these crystals. Alright guys, so this is it for this tutorial. I really hope you enjoyed watching it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed to my YouTube channel. Also go check out my Instagram account. Don't forget to subscribe there as well, and see you in my next video.
Why are you not working? I need you. Love that for me. Am I right? Yes, yes, yes. Looking good. Now it more looks like I have milk dripping all over my face.